If you go knees to the front, then whenever you drive, you're going to be off balance. Hey, it's Cameron with the Atlas Strength Shop, and I'm sitting here with Coach Matt, and we are back with another video. Today, we are going to teach you how to do a log press. We got the log set up. We're going to go over that, go over some tips and tricks, so the next time you have a log pressing competition, you can be successful. Let's get started. Ignore the costume change. This was filmed over a series of a few days, actually a couple of weeks now. All right, so we got the log set up. We got Coach Matt here ready to lift it. And I'm going to walk you through step by step. So step one, you square up to the log very similar as you do in a deadlift. Get as close as you can to this log. Because so much of the weight is far away from you, you're not going to have that center of gravity over your midfoot like you do in a deadlift. You reach down and you deadlift the log. Notice he has the openings tilted forward. You want to tilt your wrist like you're trying to dump water out of the log. From here, you squat down and you're actually externally rotating at the shoulders and driving your elbows out. This gives your shoulders room to rotate around so that you get into a good rack position. Then when you go to clean the log, you throw your hips forward as violently as you can. Try to keep your elbows high and go ahead and shift to your right, Matt. Like rotate? No, rotate. Your other right. All right, back to your left a little bit more. I'm trying to show them your rack angle. Notice he is staring directly at the ceiling, log jammed into his throat. I know this is an uncomfortable position, so you can go ahead and put down the log and rest for a second if you would like. So that's the biggest thing. In order to get as much of the weight of the log over your center of gravity as you can, you're going to drive it up, stare into the ceiling. You're going to have some upper back mobility in order to get into a good advantageous position right there. Matt is built for log. He's got these little short T-Rex arms, nice big chest. So when he gets into that rack position, his forearms are straight up and down, and he can put a lot of power into this thing. Now we're going to get into that. So there's a couple different ways that you can actually press this log. The first one's just going to be a basic strict press. That's probably the fastest when you have reps going on, but you won't ever use it, you won't ever use it. You won't use it that often. We'll go ahead and show you that anyway. Let's go ahead and get back to the rack position. Again, dump the water out, deadlift, violent hips, and then you just press away. As you can see, you can bring it back down. You don't have to just sit up there. So as you can see, that's a very fast way of doing it if you have multiple reps. Do we need to pause and take a couple seconds? Okay. All right, cool. The other ways are going to be a Viper press. That's a really great one if it's a timed event, you're coming off of another implement, and it's a clean once press away. And what's cool about a Viper press is if it's light enough, you can use that drive from the clean and just press directly off of your rack position. Let's go ahead and demonstrate that one. And let's do that one twice. So see, it goes directly straight up. It's probably the closest thing you're going to see to a snatch in strongman. Okay. Yep, let's do it one more time. Violent hips. That initial hip drive is what drives that weight up. All right, let's go ahead and put it down. What you're going to see the most often is going to be a push press. And that is because, one, this is a lot of weight that you're going to be pressing in competition, so the ability to use your legs is going to be advantageous. Two, you're going to save energy to do more reps in your rep events. So the way you're going to initiate a push press, stand in front of this. You're going to have your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. You're going to turn your toes slightly out, and when you dip, you're going to go knees out. If you go knees to the front, then whenever you drive, you're going to be off balance. You want as much of that force underneath the implement as you can get. Let's go ahead and we'll demonstrate that. All right. Into the rack position. Notice his knees went out, not forward. Do a couple more reps. And the last one, if you want to hold on just 1 second, is going to be a push jerk. The only difference between a push press and a push jerk is whenever it comes off your chest, you dip your body down to catch it underneath. Let's do that one a couple of times. Good. All right, you can go ahead and put it down. So the push jerk is going to be the way you're going to be able to get the most weight over your head for most people. They have the split jerk, but because this implement is so awkward, you only really see 2 or 3 people at the higher levels use it. You see it more often at local shows, but there seems to be a trend where the stronger the athlete gets, the less they rely on something like a split jerk for a log because it is so awkward. Even guys who used to be Olympic weightlifters and started doing split jerks tend to move towards a push jerk or a push press as their log gets better, just because it's such a big, awkward implement. And for something like a jerk, if you don't have that weight in the perfect groove, things can go really bad really fast. Leave anything out?
That covers it.
So that's it for the video. If you like this video, then please like it and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. Also, what I'd like for you to do is screenshot this and share us to your Instagram story. If you tag us, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a promo code that's good for 10% off any of our apparel. If you're in the Baton Rouge area, we'd love to meet you. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. We can make that happen. If you're not in the Baton Rouge area and you'd still like to support us, the best thing to do is head to the website, check out our programming options, or check out our sweet apparel line. I designed it all myself. So until next time, keep that Titan.